Welcome, brothers and sisters, in tune again with the Great Controversy Warrior. In this episode that we will be discussing today, there's a theme, a point that I want to talk about, and that is we're going to get right into it, brothers and sisters. Can our dead speak to us? We're going to dive right in. The ministration of holy angels, as presented in the scriptures, is a truth most comforting and precious to every follower of Christ. But the Bible teaching upon this point has been obscured and perverted by errors of popular theology. The doctrine of natural immortality, first borrowed from the pagan philosophy and in the darkness of the greatest apostasy incorporated into Christian faith, has supplanted the truth so plainly taught in Scripture that the dead know not anything. Multitudes have come to believe that the spirits of the dead, who are ministering spirits sent forth to minister for them, who shall be heirs of salvation. And it is notwithstanding the testimony of Scripture to the existence of heavenly angels and their connection with the history of man before the death of a human being. Basically saying that the popular belief is that the soul, or our soul, is immortal. That basically when you die, you go to heaven or you go to hell, or your spirit is out tormenting people, or out and about, God trying to give give some kind of testimony to the people on the living side. And that, brothers and sisters, is false. Because if it were true, then Ecclesiastes, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 4, saying that in the living know that they will die, but the dead know not anything. Let's look it up so we are sure in what we are speaking. Ecclesiastes 9. Let's just look at, hold on. I'm going to look it up right here. Ecclesiastes 9. Let's look it up right now. Search. Here we go. It says, Ecclesiastes 9, 4. Let's see. Anyone, and this is more for a better term so that you may understand. Anyone who is among the living has hope. Even a live dog has better off than a dead lion. This is Ecclesiastes 9, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to read. For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing. Let's read it again. Verse 5. 9 verse 5. Ecclesiastes 9 verse 5. For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing. They have no further reward, and even in their name is forgotten. Their love, their hate, their jealousy have long since vanished. Never again will they have a part in anything that happens under the sun. Brothers and sisters, when God made us, when God made Adam and Eve, he took to them the breath of life, and their flesh, and that breath that was together with the flesh that he made, that doll that he made from dirt, became a living soul. The Bible does not say that we have a living soul. There is nothing in our body that is a separate or is an entity. Nothing in our body, brothers and sisters. That is called paganism. The pagans, the Romans, the Egyptians, the the Greeks, the Assyrians, the Babylonians all believed that your soul, that you had a soul. So basically, you died and your soul, whatever that is an entity that was around scaring people or had an afterlife, and you lived after life. But we don't have a soul, brothers and sisters. We are a living soul when our breath that God gave us and our flesh is together. That is a living soul. And it says it right here. For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing. They have no further reward. Even their name is forgotten. The love, the hate, the jealousy have long since vanished. And that is what the book, The Great Controversy, in this chapter 34, Can Our Dead Speak to Us, is talking about. The doctrine of man's consciousness in death, especially the belief that spirits of the dead return to minister to the living, has prepared a way for modern spiritualism. If the dead are admitted to the presence of God and holy angels are privileged, and the knowledge of exceeding what they have before possessed, why should they not return to the earth to enlighten and instruct the living? If, as taught by popular theologians, spirits of the dead are hovering about their friends on earth, why should they not be permitted to communicate with them, to warn them against evil, or comfort them in sorrow? How can those who believe in man's consciousness in death reject to them as divine light communicated by glorified spirits? Here is a channel regarded as sacred, though through which Satan works for the accomplishments of his purposes. The fallen angels who do his bidding appear as messengers from the spirit world, while professing to bring the living into communication with the dead. The prince of evil exercises a bewitching influence upon their minds. Brothers and sisters, be not deceived. They are spirits of fallen angels. They're trying to deceive us in thinking that it's our dead grandmother coming to comfort us, that it's our dead child coming to comfort us. No such thing, brothers and sisters. I just gave you the explanation. They are spirits of fallen angels trying to deceive us, brothers and sisters. He has the power to bring before men to the appearance of fallen, departed friends. The counterfeit is perfect. The familiar look, the words, the tone are reproduced with marvelous distinctiveness. Many are comforted in the assurance that their loved ones are enjoying the bliss of heaven without suspicion of danger. They give ear to seducing spirits and doctrine of devils. When they have been led to believe that the dead actually return to communicate with them, Satan causes those to appear who went into the grave unprepared. They claim to be happy in heaven and even to occupy exalted positions there. And thus the error is widely taught that no difference is made between the righteous and the wicked. The pretended visitants from the world of the spirits sometimes utter cautious and warnings which prove to be correct. Then, as confidence is gained, they present doctrines that directly undermine faith in the scriptures, brothers and sisters. That means that when you think that you're being communicated with these spirits, they're bringing them supposed words of happiness, that they're in heaven, they're in a good place, that they're being exalted in positions in heaven, supposedly. But let's look at a verse in the Bible that explains something that I want you, brothers and sisters, to know. Give me a second. You know, it's very one of those things that it's a popular belief within Christian churches. Oh, that brother was good. He's in heaven right now. No such thing, brothers and sisters. Let me tell you something. Let's look at John chapter 3, verse 13. What does it say? No one, brothers and sisters, no one has ever gone to heaven except the one who came from heaven, the Son of Man, Jesus Christ. That's it. The only people that we know from the Bible that have gone to heaven is Jesus, Moses, because in Genesis explains it to us vividly, Enoch, he walked with God, and what did it say? God took him. Elijah, that's it. Moses, Jesus, Enoch, Elijah. That's it, brothers and sisters. Can I say that again? Moses, Enoch, Elijah, and Enoch. That's it, brothers and sisters. Those are the only 4 people that have gone to heaven. No one has ever gone into heaven except the one who came from heaven, the Son of Man, and that is Jesus Christ. So, brothers and sisters, if you feel some kind of, I feel it. I feel him talking. I feel her talking. I feel my son. No, that's a seducing spirit of fallen angels. And brothers and sisters, let me tell you, they don't want me to be speaking these words to you because they want for you and me and everyone in the world to be seduced and to be deceived. That's what they want, brothers and sisters. Many endeavor to account for spiritual manifestations by attributing them wholly to fraud and slew of hand on the part of a medium. Basically, a person that comes, oh, I can get you to talk to your dad. And then you see them messing with this thing, and then you see the light, and then, oh, we're going to talk to you. Oh, they're talking to you. They want to say this. That's false, brothers and sisters. Don't fall for the trap. Because it says, what does it say? For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing. Their reward is further no more. And even their names is forgotten. Their love, their hate, their jealousy have long since been vanished. Never again will they have a part in anything that happens under the sun. Brothers and sisters, may this message reach you. And just know that we are in a great controversy.